This is the How to Beach channel, and today, my friends, we are going to settle a debate that has been raging amongst the beach community since the beginning of time. And that question is, what is the greatest beach tent of all times? Today, we're going to put the Shibumi up against the Neso beach tent, and we're going to talk about the pros and the cons of each one of these tents, and we're going to finally figure out which tent you need for your next beach trip.
This one is the Shibumi tent, which is one of my favorite ones. And the main reason is because it's very easy. It's easy to carry, it's easy to put together. You only need this pole and then the fabric. It also has a bag over there, and you put the sand inside. And it's very easy to move if you need to move it because you want different shape. The only drawback for me would be that if you don't have a little bit of wind, this might not work very well. But if I had to pick between one or the other one, I think I would pick this one overall.
And this is the Neso Grande. This tent by Neso is made out of a sort of a neoprene fabric. So one good thing about this tent is if you live somewhere where rainstorms are going to pop up, this will also protect you from the rain. The rain sheds off of this. Some of the tents that aren't made out of this fabric will actually absorb the moisture. And so in that case, they will droop down and they'll sag on top of you and they won't work in the rain. So a good thing about this, rain or shine, this tent will keep you dry and shady. And it also provides a lot of shade like the other tent. In a minute, we'll go back and we'll show you the footprints of them. This tent does take a little bit longer to set up, obviously, than that tent. And you have to be sure that you get enough sand in these bags, or this thing will just flop around and it won't work. And you'll be wondering, why is this not working? And everybody on the beach will be laughing at you and you'll feel really stupid. And one trick that I found also is when you dig the hole out to put the sand in here, you can actually move the bag into the hole and then cover the bag up with more sand. And that tends to help it if you have a really windy day. Today is not very windy. We actually didn't know if that tent was gonna even have enough wind to go. So if you have room in your tent arsenal, I think you would wanna have both of these tents, because you don't need any wind for this tent. If you live somewhere, almost every beach usually has a sea breeze coming onto it. So that tent will work 98% of the time. But if you want to have a backup tent just in case, having both of these tents would be a great option. Here you can see the footprint of the shade with each tent set up side by side. One other thing with this tent, you don't have to move it around depending on the wind direction. And with this tent, you have to face it directly into the wind. So if the wind direction changes, it's not very hard. I'm gonna go pick up that pole. All you have to do is pick up one of the poles and just walk towards me a little bit. Keep coming, more than that. And then you just stick it back in and you can adjust for the wind direction like that. So that's not difficult, but it is something you have to be wary of. Sometimes the wind will, if it's going the wrong way, the person who's sitting on this side, the flaps will come in and start flapping on you. One of the things I talked about previously with the Shibumi is that when it's real windy, the flapping does make a noise. So Anna, hold the microphone up. We'll see if the microphone, come out here a little bit more towards the end. We'll see if the microphone will pick it up. And now take the windscreen off, just in case. I don't know if you'll just hear the wind, but. So we'll see if the microphone picks that noise up. But now come over here, obviously, to this tent. And there's zero noise on this one. It doesn't flap, it doesn't make any noise. So if you have like an ADD problem where noises bother you, this could make a difference for you. For me, sitting underneath this tent actually reminds me of being on a sailboat when we were in the Virgin Islands. And that's kind of what the sound sounds like to me. It sounds like the sails from a boat. But that's something to consider if you don't want to just hear the sound of the waves. So here is a look at the footprint of each tent. I think that this one is actually gives a little bit more shade than the Neso Grande. I should have brought a tape measure, but I didn't, but I think you can see for yourself. A little bit wider over there than over here. So depending on how many people or kids or dogs or chairs you want to bring to the beach, this one may provide a little extra shade. Okay, so the bottom line is the Shibumi is easier to set up, provides a little bit more shade. but it's not going to work if there's no wind on the beach and won't protect you in the rain. The Neso Grande will protect you in the rain. A little smaller footprint of shade, takes a little bit longer to set up. So if you got room in your beach tent arsenal, I'd get them both. If not, you can pick which one you think will be best for you. Anything else you want to add to that?
Now let's go to the water.
All right, we're gonna swim. It's hot. We're sweating for making this video for you guys. So don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more beach reviews. I've got individual reviews of each of these tents that I'll link to in the description down below. I'll also put affiliate links if you want to buy either one of these tents. You might as well buy them from my affiliate link so I can make like an extra 32 cents and help support the channel. And we'll see you in the next video. This is the How to Beach channel, and today, my friends, we are going to settle a debate that has been raging amongst the beach community ever since the beginning of time, and that is, why does a helicopter fly over you every time you start?